Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is when you see this, folks. This is Mechanic Dave here. I'm working on my 2003 Ford F250. I had an oil pressure leak from the oil pressure sensor after I just installed this motor. And it's located right down in that hole. Like I said, I only really make videos whenever I have issues. And the stock oil pressure sensor is a 27 millimeter. I'm just going to get to the point. There's an oil filter kit that you can buy, oil filter / fuel filter kit that sells these low profile sockets. And this is a Matco OFSR 6027. I doubt you're going to be able to read that, especially since I'm handling the camera like I'm filming Bigfoot. I apologize. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. There you go. So yeah, O is in Oscar, F is in Foxtrot, S is in Sierra, R is in Romeo, 60-27. So what I do is I got some hose pliers that I had. Let me back off the zoom. Little low profile ones. I took the switch wire off with these, stuck it down in there, pull this wire out of the way, and then I took the end and I broke the top of the old switch off because it's deep and you cannot stick a normal socket in there because it's just fat. If you have some skinny walled ones that are chrome, you definitely could. If you have a 27 millimeter for the stock OEM original oil pressure sensor. What I did is I went ahead and stuck this down on the switch and broke the head off. So now, with my handy dandy 27 millimeter socket, that's a low profile. It's only about an inch tall-ish. And then I stuck a long extension. So I'm gonna walk that down the hole, and bam, it fits really nice right there. Oh, let me back up. I went ahead and also removed the oil feed tube that goes to the turbo. The two top bolts are 10 mil and the bottom one is 8 millimeter. For the love of God, don't grab this tube and work it back and forth because you will crack and destroy the top cover of the oil filter housing, and then you'll have high pressure oil spewing everywhere and it'll be a disaster. So what I did is I took my hose pliers, stuck them on the end of the pipe, and just rotated back and forth while pulling up at the same time with my hand. And when I say pulling up, I just grabbed it here and I only pulled up. I didn't pull at an angle because you will crack that housing. So once that's out of the way, you got so much room for activities. You just go ahead and walk that bad boy out. It's nice and cold and windy here today, at which point your oil pressure sensor will come out. So I did not buy an OEM one. I bought one from AutoZone. It was like $18.99 for this bad boy. Now the socket for it is a 1 1/16. I got this one from O'Reilly's or something like that 105 years ago, but it's tapered perfect. To get that down in there, because you want to walk it in there, I have these mechanical fingers. So I'm going to set the phone down so I can put my assembly together. And this is about what I got right here. So with my long mechanical fingers, I'll line it up with the hole. And then this way I can't really cross thread it because it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to do it. But once I feel it lock, then I'm quite confident that I've started the threads because it is a tapered sensor. So I'm gonna remove my 27mm off the socket extension and put my 1 1/16 on there. And when I tighten these sensors, especially in areas that are really fragile, I'm sure there is a torque spec on this, but you can tell I'm not gonna hold it from the very end. I'm just gonna kind of walk it with little effort. Because if you tighten it too much, you will split the end of that housing open. So now it's starting to get a little firm, and all I'm going to do is like a little quarter turn. That might be a little bit more than a quarter, but there we go. That's it. I'm not going to put any He-Man strength into it. And then, oh, this is kind of a tough one because I could put the wire on really easy right now. I'm telling you, these hose pliers are a savior. Because I can easily, well, maybe not easily, but it's better than trying to walk it in there. Use the little wrench or the little pliers to, if I can, there we go. And I walked it on there, perfect. The only reason I didn't want to put that on right now is because that wire is now in the path of where I need to go. I did have an oil or an O-ring kit somewhere, but I'm gonna reuse these. They should be just fine.